Hello, welcome to When the Smoke Clears. I am the Recovery Plug. What's going on, everybody? Man, it's a beautiful day today. It's kind of chilly outside. I chose this background that I found downtown San Antonio. So, that's my thing, is to choose different backgrounds around the town to use as the background for my video podcast. So today I chose this place, which is kind of close to the Hemisphere Tower. And yeah, so I really like these colors. I figured, man, let me choose this thing because it kind of matches my glasses, right? But anyway, before we get this video podcast started, let's have a moment of silence followed by the serenity prayer for the addict who still suffers. So if you would, please, a moment of silence. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Man, well, how's it going, everybody? It is cold outside. I don't particularly like the cold weather, but you know what? I made it a commitment to myself that I would do a video podcast every single day if I could, and that's why I'm out here doing it today. I just got back from my afternoon NA meeting that I attend, which is a newcomers meeting downtown San Antonio off of East Street in McCullough. And it's the same place where the Somos Milagros from the Esperanza area Narcotics Anonymous group, the Somos Milagros has their same meeting there as well. And yeah, so it was a good message today, man. I enjoyed going. What was really cool is that I've been out in this cold weather all the morning and afternoon. Because guess what, man? I started my morning. I literally got up this morning and went and participated in the MLK March. So that was a really cool thing. It's the first time I've ever done that, and I felt pretty good about it. You know what I mean? Because that's just one of the things. I went to the march, and then after the march, I went back to the facility where I stay at Cross Point. Had a little bit of something to eat and something to drink. Then I made my way over here to the NA meeting, and then I decided that I was going to do my podcast. So, that consisted of my day today, which is all positive thinking, positive boundaries. You know what I mean? I made it a point, and that's what I do on the daily basis. Is I make it a point to keep my daily full of positive and healthy boundaries and activities so that I continued the journey of sobriety and recovery. And because before, in my addiction days, man, I would never have done what I did today, ever. And the people that I hang out with, or that I hung out with in those time, in that time of my days in addiction, would have probably laughed at me if I said that, hey, let's go to the march, or let's go and attend an NA meeting, or let's go do a video podcast about recovery. And I would never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be doing something like that. But by the grace of God, I believe that I was chosen to get out of that world, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the fact that I was given the wisdom to know the difference of what to do and what not to do. And don't take me. I miss people that I was involved with in that time, because I made friends. You know what I mean? I had people that I cared for and people that I loved, and to just walk away from it without bringing them along was something that I had to do. You know what I mean? It's something that I meditated on. It's something that I prayed on, and I just had to take that step, because had I not, I would have stayed in that realm of addiction, and I don't know where I'd be today. I mean, today is really cold, so I could have maybe not had enough money for the motel, or I wouldn't have no tent to be in, or there's no bando, or whatever it was. You know what I mean? I might have just been on the street, riding a bike, looking for a place to hang out, and by the grace of God, I don't have to worry about that today. By the grace of God, I am able to be in a facility that I'm able to have a warm bed, that I'm able to have a hot meal, and I'm able to start doing positive things in my life to get my life back on track, to not where I was, but to the new place that I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? I'm only here by the grace of God, and only God knows where and what I'm supposed to do. And wherever He takes me, wherever He places me, I'm good with that. And I will always be ready to do my due diligence and service work to give away what has helped me along the way to get to where I'm at today in this realm of recovery and sobriety and positivity. So, so the journey's been good. You know what I mean? It's got its up and downs, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, right? And what's really good about it for me personally is that I'm on the verge of finally getting my place, and it's been a while since I've had my own place. You know what I mean? It's been years, and probably about 6 years now since I lost my home and my business, and wound up homeless and in the streets and addicted. You know what I mean? So it is. It's a long road coming, and it's finally looking better. And I'm glad that and I'm grateful that I'm able to do the things that I'm doing now, because had I stayed in the world of addiction and stayed in that realm of darkness, I don't know where I'd be at today. I may not even be alive. I may be incarcerated. I have no idea. But what I do know is that, because I got chosen to get out, I believe that it's my due diligence and my duty to do that service work and to give away what has helped me along the way to get to where I'm at today, and that is to share the message. And it's a message that comes with humility. It comes with gratitude. It comes with just the willingness to, and open-mindedness and honesty that I want to share that way, and know that whenever you listen to my podcast, that you're not going to get a story that's not true, and you're not going to get a message that I personally haven't gone through before, and that sort of thing. So it's something that is that I'm grateful for, and I am I'm just grateful that I'm able to share that message with somebody, and hopefully the message that I have today will resonate with somebody, and today would be the first step for you to come to this side of recovery and positivity, and to leave that world of darkness and that world of anxiety, that world of anger, that world of depression, that world of sadness, that world of addiction, the world of PTSDs, post-traumatic, those childhood traumatic experiences. And those are all things that I personally deal with in my recovery and in my journey. And by the grace of God, I'm able to be here to share a message with you today. And the message today is going to come from the reading that we had today over at the NA meeting. I'm kind of just piggyback off of that, and because it's something that it's still fresh in my mind, and I figured that maybe somebody else needs to hear it. So one of the things that it talked about today was the gifts that come with the journey of being in the realm of recovery and positivity, and being in that journey of being in the community of NA, which stands for Narcotics Anonymous. And I'm not just I'm not promoting the narcotics. I'm just sharing what has helped me, and because I not only attend NA meetings, but I also attend AA meetings. I have two peer support groups that I attend through the VA, and I put myself in many different positive things. So it's part of what I call my recovery arsenal, and it's things that I those are my positive and healthy boundaries that I put myself that I put it throughout the day. You know what I mean? So it keeps me engaged. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me alert. It keeps me that remembrance of where you don't want to go, and you don't want to go back to the world of addiction and the world of darkness and all of those things that come along with it. So yeah, so when I heard that message today, I was thinking, I said, man, when I was in 2005, I had had a rough time that year, and I wound up in a treatment center, and that was my second treatment center, and it was I wound up over at Starlight Recovery in Comfort, Texas, and it was a really good facility. I'm just grateful that I was supposed to go there, and when I got out of that place, the week that I got out of Starlight, my dad passed away, and he passed away from alcohol and drugs. And had I not gone through that program at that particular time in my life, I don't think I would have been able to deal with the death of my dad the way I did. And I stayed sober for 10 years after I got out of the recovery center, and it was a long time. That's the longest I've ever been sober, and I stayed sober for 10 years after that, and the journey of recovery was great. And I was able to there were some things, adversities that I went through, but for the most part it got me to a place where I needed to be. And my message today is that no matter how many years or how much time you have clean, that don't take for granted the gifts that come along with that, because that's what I did in those 10 years. I took for granted the fact that I had that program that I exercised. I had my recovery community and the tools I was using through the 12-step programs, and my faith-based community in my church, and my spirituality, and the prayers and all of those things that come along with what I was doing on the daily basis. I stopped, and the minute I stopped was the minute that I went back, and it just happens that fast. And it doesn't matter. The disease doesn't care how long you've been sober. It doesn't care where you've been, what you're doing. It's going to talk to you on the daily basis, and it's going to want you to engage on a daily basis. And that's just the way it is for somebody who's dealing with, childhood traumatic experiences, PTSDs, drug addiction like myself, depression, sadness, anger, all of those things put all together, wrapped into one. So, the first minute that I stopped dealing with my faith-based community and my recovery community was the first time that I went back, and it just happened that fast. And I relapsed for 5 years, man, 5 years after that. And so I guess my message is that don't take for granted the program and the tools that are being put in front of you. Take advantage of those tools. If they're there to help you, and if they're getting put in front of you, it's not by coincidence. You know what I mean? I believe that my higher power is looking out for me, and he placed those things in front of me again, and I'm grabbing them this time, and I'm not letting go. So I encourage you guys to, if you have one day, if you have 2 days, a week, whatever it is, embrace those tools, embrace those things that are being put in front of you, and know that they're not being put in front of you just because you just happen to run into them. They're there for a reason. You're getting placed in certain situations and certain things are coming into your life because they're supposed to be, And I believe that your higher power, my higher power, is doing that for me in my life, and it could possibly be doing that for you and yours. And just remember, don't keep those blinders on, because with those blinders on, it's hard to see everything. And the programs of NA, the 12-step programs, and whatever they are, they have helped me to get to where I'm at today, as well as my spirituality and my meditation and all these, all my faith-based things that I do. And I got a lot of things that I do now this time around, and it's all healthy and it's all positive. So it's one of the things that I am really doing this time around in my what I call my recovery arsenal, is that I am putting in daily things, and everything that I do on the daily basis is all healthy and positive. There's nothing that I'm doing that's negative in any way, shape, or form. So because I'm doing that, I'm able to say that I'm sitting here doing this video podcast happy. I'm content. I got these goals and things that I'm looking to do, and wanting to spread the message. And that's why I do this video podcast, because it's therapeutic for me, and it's something that I promised myself that I was going to do and continue to do on the daily basis, so that I can spread the message in that form, and touch as many lives as we possibly can through this video podcast. And I can only do it through me having the due diligence to do my service work like that, and the dedication, and also the help of you guys out there in liking my channel, subscribing to my channel. So if you would please, at this time, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a comment. And if you would please subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you a thing. All you got to do is tap that button. And just know that when you do tap that subscribe button, you'll be helping out another veteran like myself dealing with post-traumatic stress, childhood traumatic stress, drug addiction, sadness, depression, anger, all of those things wrap into one. And not only me, but you'll be helping out another addict and another person in recovery. And so this is a great thing. And just know that you'll be helping someone out by subscribing to the channel. And I could use all the help that I can get. And I can only grow the channel if I get the subscriptions from you guys. So, I guess that's going to be it for this episode of When the Smoke Clears. I guess until the next time, I am the Recovery Plug.